Let resolution be your solution.
This is Mike Stand with Resolution 2020. Today's topic is the weather. Whether the weather is something that you wish to discuss, whether it's too warm, too cold, raining too hard, raining cats and dogs, or just simply something that you not even features in your thought processes. So we have several callers lined up to talk to us this afternoon about the weather. Our first caller is Fred. Now then, Fred, you want to talk to us about the weather?
Oh, yes, indeed. Without shadow of a doubt, the weather is something that it interests me because I like to get out at least once a day, every day, regardless of whatever the weather is, whether it's snowing, hailing, raining, fine, glorious or whatever. I'll tell you what I enjoy. I like to see when it's just been raining or it's slightly raining.
Kind of a light shower, you mean?
Oh, absolutely. What I like to see is a rainbow. It always gives me hope. It always makes me think, well, back in the ancient times, they must have thought that it was signed from on high, from the heavens. I mean, a prismatic effect of how the light catches raindrops wouldn't have crossed the mind as to what it was. In fact, when I was a kid, we always heard of stories of little elves at the end of the rainbow or something, with a pot of gold. I've never found one. Besides, I wouldn't know which end of rainbow to go to, because knowing my luck, I'd go to one end and pot of gold would be at the other end,
Well, that's an interesting way of looking at it. I'm not sure there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but surely enjoying rainbows is a pot of gold and other colors in its own right. Our next caller on the subject of the weather is George.
Good afternoon there, Mike. I notice you're doing the afternoon slot this week, standing in for someone, I suppose?
That's absolutely correct. Our afternoon presenter, Mr. Francisco Cumulonimbus, is away on holiday. I hope he's getting some decent weather wherever it is he has gone.
Yes, well, one thing that the weather, it's a great business opportunity. You can either be selling umbrellas or sun cream. So there's no need to look at the weather as a detractor or a disaster. It's a glorious opportunity for innovation and business. Whether you're hiring out umbrellas or whether you're selling raincoats. It's all good. Our sunglasses. There were brand sunglasses, Raymond bands or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but. It's always a great opportunity, whatever the weather.
So you tend to see the meteorological forces as a barometer for the business community.
Well, that's a terrific idea, selling barometers. I mean, if you can convince people into thinking that a barometer is going to influence their decision whether to go out or not, and obviously you want them to go out because there are opportunities to spend money in other situations. If they're out and about, the last thing you want to do is have people sheltering from the weather. Snowshoes, that's an option, isn't it?
Well, I've got to admire your entrepreneurial zeal. Our next caller to talk about the weather is the irrepressible Arthur, one of our regular callers. Take it away, Arthur.
What it is, Mike, I was thinking about the weather situation, and from my point of view, one of the big things is I tend to ride a motorbike, you know what I mean? I'll get myself. I want a motorbike, just in case anybody's wondering what a motorbike is. It's a sort of a bicycle, kind of thicker set kind of bicycle with thicker wheels and big tyres on it with an engine strapped underneath it so that you can get about with under power, you know what I mean? Need a crash helmet, all that kind of thing, gloves and levers and all that sort of thing to get about safely, you know what I mean? That's a motorbike known to many people, so what I tend to do is get on my motorbike and go outside, but I tend to be a fair weather motorbike cyclist kind of fella, you know what I mean? Go out in all the decent weather and tour the countryside and have a look at what's going on out in the sticks, you know what I mean?
So you tend to use your motorcycle only on decent weather days.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, yeah, but even then you need to wear your leathers and be safe, you know what I mean? If you don't want to go skidding across the floor if you come off on a bench, you know, especially in the autumn time when the leaves have all left a kind of a slimy residue on the floor. You don't want to go face over apex on the floor like that. You're going to feel land in a bush, you know what I mean? All in a heap, sort of feeling sorry for yourself, or with your sandwiches spread out all over the road and that kind of thing. So the best thing to do is wear your levers and get yourself a top box on the back of the thing, put your sandwiches in there, you know what I mean, and have yourself a really good time, you know what I mean. It's a great life on two wheels.
Well, it sounds mightily entertaining. And what sort of a bike do you have?
I've just been telling you, it's a motorbike, you know. I'm just trying to explain that. It's not one with pedals on it, or it's not a tandem or anything like that. Anyway, keep smiling.
If you like this channel, like and subscribe our page. Share it with your friends. If you understand the underlying message here, which is about entertainment and fun,
Keep smiling.
then continue to stay with us. I look forward to interacting with you in the future.